close fight still, in my view. Mo, as a neutral, what did you make? I don't know which game you watched, whether you watched the Arsenal or the City game or both. We will touch on City, but what was your thoughts on Arsenal's comeback today? You're on mute, bro. I muted you earlier because your mic was making a noise. Sorry, go on.
Everyone that said that Arsenal fans were not worried earlier, they were worried. Look at the tweets. Look at everybody was worried. You, Igal, are different. You're different. You're just built different. But everyone was worried. I know that everyone was worried. Gunnar Solskjaer was worried. I know that. I know the people that look at this game, they were worried. Arsenal in the first half.
No, we all knew we were going to win, though. That we weren't worried.
Yes.
We just asked for changes to be made.
The problem is for me that Arsenal were emphatic today in the second half. That 35 minutes you played, you created abundance chances. But I'm looking at the first 55 minutes. And if there was another team that went 1-0 up, it could have been tougher, right? Arsenal looked good going forward, yes, but you still lack that cutting edge sometimes. You should have been away in this game earlier because Southampton, as you guys said, changed the way they played. And you ripped them apart. They tried to play from the back and they weren't successful. But I want Arsenal to be more comfortable. In these games, Arsenal should be more comfortable. That 35 minutes, brilliant. Bukayo Saka, clutch. Close to world class. Arguably one of the best right wing, one of the best touchline wingers in the world. Like hands down. That far post cross, the setup to Partey in the first half, which created the only chance for Arsenal in the first half. My problem with Arsenal is that I'm watching Arsenal. I should be on my phone, not at the edge of my seat in the first 45 minutes, especially against Southampton. I'm going to have the same energy for City. City fans were worried, bro. They were panicking. But Arsenal, I get what you're saying. You go, we were going to win at the end. And I know you were worried in the first half. I know, and that because you didn't create the difference.
No, Mo, you're conflating two things. So criticizing the team for certain elements of the game, like our finishing was bad, isn't us worrying.
It's not finishing. Here is the difference. In the Leicester game, and Terry came here and said, freaking Arsenal created 10 clear-cut chances. Arsenal should have been 3-0 up in the first half, right? Southampton defended well, but you didn't create enough chances. You didn't. You had opportunities to create chances. There were some missed passes. In the first half, you looked brilliant, right? After the 55th minute. I am looking at the first half, and I'm like, you should have created more chances. You should have actually been peppering their goals because they weren't good. They defended a little bit better, but again, you should have created more chances. But again, I'm gonna just say this: Terry titled this as Champions Wins. Yes, it is. When you're 1-0 down at home, when everyone is nervous, and you score 3 goals like this, that's a Champions Win. And I knew at 2-1 you were gonna win the game. This Arsenal team look resilient and look different than the Arsenal team of last season, the season before, right? They are adaptable. They defend well. I know that they scored against you with a deflection of Saliba's foot. Yes, I'm not going to criticize the defense today, actually. It's different than the Leicester City game. That goal that they scored, Raheem Sterling is a bozo. We all know that. Everyone knows this now. He holds too much to the ball. But again, I'm going to say this. Arsenal, if you're watching this game, you know that Arsenal aren't going anywhere. I'm going to echo what Igal said. They aren't going anywhere. They're going to win a lot of games, right? But I'm waiting for Arsenal to be 3-0, 2-0 up in the first half. I want to watch Arsenal being on my phone and instead of, oh my God, they scored again. I'm not, because I want Arsenal or Liverpool to win the league. I don't want to watch Man City win 5 in a row. No neutral wants that. No neutral wants this. That is my take on this game. Bukayo Saka needs to get more praise than the media. They are still doubting him, bro. They let someone tweet it from a big account that the goal he scored was a mistake. What about the right foot finish then? Why people look at Bukayo Saka and nitpick the negatives instead of the positive?
He's going through the arc that not just football players, but most celebrities go through in England, which is they build you up and they try and knock you down. And most of our stars, especially footballers, have been through this. When Beckham was breaking through, he was the nation's sweetheart. And it wasn't just the red card. People forget this. There were stories in the lead up to the World Cup about him being arrogant and petulant and, just having the stuff written about him and his girlfriend at the time, his now wife, Posh Spice, was crazy. He then gets the red card, and it was the media that were literally giving pubs the men to hang outside and stuff. It was crazy, right? You fast forward all these years and then he's loved again. He's never been a different person. He's always been the same. And Saka is going through a period now where everything he does is being scrutinized to a level. They are probably sitting there, some of these journalists, hoping he does something crazy. drink driving, has a fight with his girlfriend, or you know what I mean, that does something, gets sent off in a big England game. They want him to, so they can crucify him. And I've seen it before. And when you start seeing someone play well and score goals, and then people look to try and take it away from them, it's crazy, right? Because I heard a commentator I was listening to. You need me to come get the dog? Okay. I'm going to hand over to Dio to give us his say. I've got to go and get my dog because it's going mental apparently. So give me a sec.
Yeah, man. Today's game, honestly speaking, like Mo, when Arsenal fans say they're not worried, Mikel Arteta has built a team now, right, that we know is going to find a way to win or not to lose, regardless of what happens. That's how confident I am about this Arsenal team. I think when fans are now saying, oh, we want to see them score more goals, 5-0, 6-0, they're moving the goalpost. When Arsenal was doing that last season and the season before, playing all-out football and not winning anything, people criticized us. Now we're being a lot more pragmatic in the way we play. We conceded a goal, fair enough. We came back and won 3-1 emphatically, dominating the game entirely. So for me, when I hear people say, oh, yeah, like I wasn't worried. This Mikel Arteta's team, this Arsenal will find a way to win or will find a way to just not lose that game. We did it against City. We did it against Brighton. And you can see it. This is 14 wins on the bounce at the Emirates since the loss to Aston Villa. Consistently, so I wasn't worried. One goal down, I was just like, you know what? Worst case scenario, we'll get a draw. Like that's what I said to myself. Like,
I wanted to ask you that question, Dio. Sorry, dog situation. So it was a delivery driver, and the dog don't like him. So, and the kids were getting scared. But it's good. I was like, this is what he's here for. He's a guard dog. He's meant to do this. I want to ask you: are you getting to that point when I see City concede a goal? My instant reaction is they're still going to win this game.
They're still going to win the game.
Are you getting that way with your team now, where even if you concede,
that's how I felt today.
Especially at home, you still feel you're going to win?
That's exactly how I felt today. It was just like, okay, fine, we've conceded. I'm like, yeah, we're going to score. Like, I just knew we're going to score. It wasn't the case of arrogance. It's because, again, it's Southampton. Of course, if it was a team like City that we were playing at the Emirates and we're one goal down, I'll worry more because you're playing a better team. If it's a Liverpool, you'd worry a little more. Southampton, I felt, you know what? They're a bogey team. They haven't been in the league for, they've not been in the Premiership for how long? They're back now. They should not be our bogey team anymore because the people that they were bogey for, we sold all of them. All the players that used to be bogeys for them are all gone. So for
me, they drew with us when we didn't win the league 2 seasons
I know
ago,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they were out. They drew with us. They got relegated. I said since they got relegated, they're back now. They should not be a bogey team anymore for us. We should look at them as a championship team that is coming up because guess what? The players that they had in the Premiership, when they got relegated, some of those players got sold. They got newer players. They got a new manager. It's a totally different setup for them. So that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be, in quote, it should not be. So for me, I wasn't really worried about, the setup. The only thing I looked at was the initial lineup. And I was like, well, I understand rotation. So fair enough. But Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus did not live up to par. Kai Havertz, my man of the match. Forget it. Like
over Saka.
Hold on, I'm coming. Kai Havertz, my man of the match. Saka did what a captain had to do today, and Saka played levels. Saka always plays levels. Saka has literally had G and A in every game he's played in. Literally. So you're expecting him to play at that level. You're always expecting Saka to at least step up. Kai Havertz is the player who everybody has downtrodden, trashed, said crap about, consistently said, oh, he's a donkey, he's not good enough. Why did we buy him? 65 million down the drain, all the blah, the blah, the blah. And in every game so far, Kai Havertz has also stepped up. I mean, there was a time where he tackled in the middle of the pitch, fell to the ground, lost the ball, but still stretched out and made a pass. And so for me, at the end of the day, I think this Arsenal team, again, I'm just going to say one last time, is Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. I am more confident now about my team going into any game. And I think any team that we play against will find a way to either win or just not to lose. And that's the most important thing.
Can I come to say, as a neutral, I actually get what Terry's saying. You guys are Arsenal fans. Some of you are City fans. I have this feeling with City. They're going to win. I don't know why I don't have that feeling with Arsenal. It's PTSD. Watching this Arsenal team, it is PTSD. The West Ham game, the Aston Villa game of last season. I still don't have the utmost confident that maybe this is the time. This is why when I come to the football terrace and when I do the actions, I say I want to see Arsenal more stamping their authority in terms of the scoreline. I have this City belief that they're gonna win the games. If they lose, it will be an outlier. But I still have maybe because you didn't win the league in the last 2 seasons. You guys are Arsenal fans. You get to feel this, and you guys are enthusiastic about the team. Me looking from outside, I'm a neutral. I don't have that feeling like you. I look. I'm sitting with.
But that's the difference, Mo. Sorry, you guys. Mo, but that's the difference, though. As an Arsenal fan, I'm daily in my app looking at Arsenal. I'm looking at our old team. I'm looking at players. You're watching it and you're enjoying the game and you're expecting this stamp your authority, which is fair enough from a neutral. I totally understand that. But as a fan, I can tell you that I have seen a 360 turnaround in my club. This Arsenal team 3 seasons ago will lose this game. This Arsenal team 4 seasons ago will lose this game. Badly, in fact. This Arsenal, a few seasons ago, would never have been able to come back from that 1-0. Never.
So excuse me for PTSD then.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. For me, I've seen a 360 turn in this team, and I'm now at the point where it's like I know they're going to come back and win. I just know it.
Can we also acknowledge one thing, Arteta? Arteta in the past would linger, maybe make one substitution. Arteta realized that the game needed a certain change, and he made that change, and that's really what set us off to go score the next 2 goals. Martinelli coming on, of course, we've seen the shift in how we played, and we had a lot more of a clinical finisher. I'm not making fun of Raheem Sterling as much as you are, but he could have scored easily in that first half. Also, it's just unfortunately he missed that opportunity. But when Martinelli came on, and we had that extra firepower off the bench. That's why we made these transfers in the summer. And rotation, Arteta might have made changes to start the game. It might not have been the perfect lineup because of all the games that we played, but he made the right decisions and the right changes to help us win this game. So as much as we credit the players,
guys, sorry.